you can make shoe covers with socks. And I'm going to show you how right now. So it's best to do a shoe that doesn't have any embellishment on it and doesn't have a strap, but because neither of my shoes are like that, I just kind of have to make do with what I have. So I'm going to make it on this shoe and then show you that you can put it on that shoe too. Mostly because I want to see if it goes see-through. So obviously, the first thing you want to do is put the shoe in the sock, which seems really silly, but promise it will work out. So the more solid the sock and the less seams it has, like if you have a seamless sock, it's going to be better. My sock does have seams in it, so you might see those. So like you can see that seam right there. But what you want to do is put it on there. And the goal is, so usually what I would do is I would buy, if I was going to do this, I would buy a sock that's 2 times bigger than my foot size. So I'm a size 6, so I would buy like a women's 8 to 10 kind of more sock, like a big sock, than this small sock that fits my foot exactly. So you kind of have to stretch it around a little bit. And if you have a seam, try and like tuck it under, but mine's going to be on top because it's kind of smaller. But so now you have a shoe that is covered with a sock. Congratulations. And you kind of want to stretch it out because you're going to end up tucking it inside. So you want to leave plenty of room to do that. So what I'm going to do now is kind of try and be smart about this and mark it. So let me grab a marking tool. This is my marking tool. It is chalk, which it's not behaving right now. There it goes. So I'm going to mark this sock about an inch or so above where my foot is going to go, because I'm going to chop this off. So the reason you mark things is so that you can kind of see what that is going to do before you do it. Now granted, I'm doing this with just a plain black sock. It's something that I've got lying around and they're pretty easy to pick up, so yeah, that looks right. So I'm going to leave about an inch above where the shoe line is and give that a nice cut off. Bye bye sock. Now that you've completely ruined your sock. So you could leave it at this. If you just need to completely cover the entire shoe, congratulations, you just made a Mary Jane shoe, a regular like flat tennis shoe like shoe, and you just put your foot in the hole that you've made and you have completely covered your foot in whatever color you need. Now if you're going to be like performing on stage, or if you're going to I don't know, be on a con floor that has a lot of slippery surfaces, it's not carpeted, or you're worried about slipping, or you're worried about getting a hole in this walking around on concrete, the best thing to do would be get those like insoles that go in your shoe, or even like the bottom of a really old shoe, and glue that to the bottom of this. I've seen it done in so many things before. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this shoe to show you what it looks like. And then we're going to actually finish the tutorial on this one, just because I'm going to be tucking it into the ballet flat, which is what my friend needs to do. So keep in mind when you're doing this also that a sock usually has 2 sides when it comes to seams. Like the part where the seam is, that should go on the in, like where it's really obvious, that should go on the inside, unless you want to use an effect with it, like you want to color past that a certain color. You can do that as well, but let's keep going. So now I'm covering just my regular ballet flat to see, mostly I'm seeing if the color is going to show through. And granted, this is black. If it was white, I'm sure it'd be different and you might be able to see more. But look, you can't, and it's completely covered. You can kind of still see the outline of this embellishment, which is why I would use a flat shoe, but you can't. So you're going to do this, and you're going to just tuck this in. And then I'm just going to draw a straight line down and see what that does. So I'm taking from the top of the shoe and going straight down and staying about an inch away from the bottom right there. Perfect. So now you're like, well, now what do I do? Because now I have almost a shoe cover, but how do I get this to stay down? So there's a few ways you can do it. You can use elastic and cut this so that it's perfectly around, fold it over, put elastic in it, and then it will stay on your foot. I can do that later and maybe show you guys, but in all honesty, if I were making a shoe cover, I'm probably making it because I need this cosplay done really quick, because I've got a photo shoot in like a week. So if that happens to you, just use double-sided tape or fashion tape. So I'm going to grab some double-sided tape right now and see how it does, and then put it on my foot to see what it looks like. I forgot I can stop this, so let's... Okay, so I'm back. I'm just using Scotch double-sided tape. If you're a cosplayer, double-sided tape is like your best friend. I'm actually going to start at the nose of the foot and work my way around, because let's be real, that's the part that's going to show up a lot in pictures is the toe. Now I'm also finding it a little bit difficult to tape the toe, so see how it's kind of like resisting me? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a little bit right here and right here. So I just pretty much cut 2 diagonal lines so that the lip or the inside of the shoe goes all the way in, and then these can go over to the side, and then I make a nice round area there. Really easy. But double-sided tape, I'm saying this so you can watch me tape this as I talk. It's really useful for a lot of things, like, I don't know, taping the inside of your shoe. A lot of cosplayers use it to keep, like, their hoochies covered. I know. Yes, I said hoochies covered. I also like to use it right here because, as you can see, I have pretty light hair. I used to have really dark hair, and so depending on what kind of wigs you wear, like I wear Honey. I love Honey Senpai, and he has blonde hair, so my black hair would kind of show through on the sides. So what I would do is I put double-sided tape like right here along my temple, and then I just stick the wig to my head. And it's kind of like a hack that I learned from some other cosplayers, and it saved my life, seriously. So if you see that it's like a little bit short, that's kind of the reason why I love using socks for this. You pull it over, and then you just tuck it in. Bam! Covered shoe for cosplay. Super easy, super cheap, and if you mess up, it's really easy to go get another one because you buy them at Target or Walmart, right? So there you go. That's how you make a shoe cover out of a sock. Really easy.